Just because.
I was at the doctor's this morning.
Yes.
Get my blood test. I'll talk about it a little bit later.
Okay,
I had
sure.
my yearly health check.
Yes.
So I was getting the blood test, and there was all these other people waiting as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like I had got this overwhelming urge to cough. And like you don't have to wear masks anymore at the doctor's surgery. I go to anyway.
Okay.
But all these other people had masks on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I'm doing the and I'm thinking, no, I'm going to have to really let fly.
And did you?
Well, no, I pretended I got a phone call.
Oh, and just
so I
coughed.
went outside and had a big coffee.
I was imagining people was because there's someone watching you. They're probably seeing you go.
Yeah, I know.
Then you got some guy looking at
I
you.
think the guy next to me started going like,
Yeah, and then you see you walk outside and go, 1 second. Yes, hello, I'm all good actually. I'm here fine.
Yeah, so I was having a massive coughing fit outside, and then I went into the doctor's surgery.
Without wearing a mask, and everyone's like, this doesn't seem fair to me.
I was all right after that.
There you go. Well, you left it all out there.
Anyway, Thursday Thunder.
It is.
The 1st of June.
1st of June.
First official day of winter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a beautiful day.
I know.
It's actually a really nice day.
Considering the lead up to the first day of winter has been utterly horrendous.
The last couple of weeks has been pretty shit.
Do you know how bad my garden is getting?
Why?
Because it's been raining so consistently that I don't have time to get in there. And I killed off everything before the rain started. So I'm like, oh, beautiful, it's good. And now it's horrible again. It's been like 2.5 weeks, and it's like, it's one of those things where it's looming. It's like one nice day, poison all again.
Poisoning is just, you got to just stay on top of it.
It's been hard when it's been raining.
I know. Yeah, I know. 'Cause my front yard's the same. I looked at this morning. I thought, I've got to get in there and poison everything.
That's my crux right now, because like today's a nice day.
You can get a headlamp and do it at night when you get home.
Yeah, I'll look for the neighbours. Weird guys poisoning his garden at 2 a.m.
Anyway,
yes.
Yeah, I can't believe how fast he's going, because we were just talking to Scott outside, and he said he's in week 15 of prep.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's come so quick.
And 17 weeks to go.
It's amazing how quick it goes looking from the outside in. Like when I'm doing it, it's like, this is just dragging on. But when it's someone else like, oh, you're already 10 kilos down. You're already 12 kilos down.
That's right.
Yeah. People say they can't lose weight.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and yeah, Scott's changed dramatically.
Yes.
And so has Sam. It's amazing how quickly, when people go into prep, how quickly those changes happen.
Yeah, it happens quickly as well because they're challenging each other. It's every single day. It's a step off between who can do more. And that's driving everyone else to do a bit better. So they're probably in the best parts they've been in their entire careers at this current time in their prep.
Yeah.
Because it's like a little rivalry thing. It's like, I've done 22,000 steps. I've done 22 and a half. Just keep going. And then there's me sitting on my ass being the fat guy. I'm like, I did 12,000 today. It's like, you guys.
Anyway.
Yes.
There's not much going around in the shop.
No.
Everything's just pretty cruisy at the moment. But what we do have is we've got Super Saturday this week.
Yes, this Saturday.
So this Saturday,
Fourth, yes. So
Fourth.
Yep.
Super Saturday in store and online, but online will commence on Friday. In the gym
It will be
here.
the third. It is the third. Today's the first. Tomorrow's the second. Saturday will be the third.
Saturday the third.
Ari, I know you. He's like, no, it's the third.
Yeah, I know.
Caught it. It's the third.
Saturday the 3rd.
Saturday the third.
Yeah. But we'll start Super Saturday for our 12 months up front. We'll do that from tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
So it's from tomorrow, 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Saturday, $4.25. 12 months up front. No joining fees, no key fees. 6 p.m. tomorrow online at australianmuscle.com.au. 15% off all supplements, apart from specials and stacks. But ignore the specials and stacks, because if you just go buy the product individually, it's going to be
Probably
same or a little bit cheaper.
There you go.
So 15% off, and in store on Saturday, 10 till 3. Ari will be there. 15% off everything in store. Online will go until midnight on Sunday. So yeah, come and check it out. Come and check out the gym. If you're an existing member and your membership's due, well, here's a good opportunity for you to come in and renew your membership.
Yep.
You want to come in, rejoin, come on in, and new people, come and check us out.
Yeah, why not?
So $4.25. That works out to, I think, under $8 a week.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something cheap. Something crazy.
Yep.
Some way.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Now, I told you at the beginning, like I went and had my doctor's appointment.
Yes.
Like every year around my birthday, I go to my doctor. And he always goes, "Oh, Kim, what's not wrong with you now?" And there's nothing wrong with me, but I just tell him that I want him to stop me from dying.
Yep.
So we have all my bloods done and everything else. But it was interesting. Before that, I did one of these online heart health checks.
Okay.
I told you about that yesterday.
You did? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've actually made it a lot more comprehensive. You can put in all your cholesterol details. Everything's in there. It's a step-by-step. If you know your blood glucose, which I do because I monitor it, you put that in there. You put your blood pressure in. It asks you all sorts of questions. And then it'll tell you at the end if you've got any health risks.
Yes.
Yeah. So mine came out at no risk of a heart attack. Well, there's always a risk, but no sort of imminent risk.
Yes,
Oh my God, you're at a high risk. Everything was sort of in the greens except my BMI. Yeah. I was obese.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Look here. Mental. The fact.
Yeah. So I was prone to diabetes. Yeah. Even though my blood glucose. My on average is I measure it like every 2 weeks. Is on average about 5.5 to 5.9.
So healthy,
6,
yeah,
which is pretty much normal. So even though that showed it at that, but they still use that old height weight thing.
Oh yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. I mean,
even though before that your exercise questionnaire, it actually listed weight training. What do you do? Like, I walk, I weight train.
What do you best for this bench?
So it still didn't.
What do you lift?
You wanted to add in there, like my deadlift's 195.
Well, they did that. Yeah, because it's like, what do you do for exercise? Oh, bench is 150. Squat. And they're like, what's these numbers mean? Never mind.
So it was just interesting how that one thing skewed the whole test.
Yep.
Yeah.
So did they ask you to like, hey, maybe you should do some exercise or look at what you're eating?
Well, it just had a recommendation that I should get my weight into the low 70s.
Gotta start sacrificing muscle.
So 10 kilos.
Cut your leg off.
Yeah.
Cut your leg off. If you cut your leg off, you'd be 70 kilos. You'd be lean.
Yeah.
How's that? How's that for a metric?
Yeah. So, I need to drop some weight apparently. Here's another segue for you.
Okay.
Talking about food and weight and etc.
Okay.
Me and Ari were talking about, because you put up your post about you'd increase your calories and you dropped
2 kilos.
Dropped 2 kilos.
Yeah.
And Ari's going, fucking hell, what a hassle it is getting all that food in,
Yeah, it's funny now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been complaining.
And it's true because we now I've now got to my stage with my training and nutrition that I'm not, if I miss a meal, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Some days I don't eat until 2:00. Other days I have breakfast, So my meal is, I don't follow any sort of plan or tracking of macros, etc., which I find refreshing considering I was doing it for so long.
Oh, it is. It is a huge. It's massively refreshing. If you go to the fridge and go, I'll have 3 apples.
Yeah.
Go in before you get the scale out. You just eat them and you feel great.
Yeah. But it was interesting because I was listening to a podcast, a Real Bodybuilding podcast, and Ian Valieri. A question was like, what do you most look forward to when you quit bodybuilding? And all of them said, not having to eat so much food.
I agree.
Yeah.
I 100%
and
agree.
it is. I see you tracking all yours and you're reaching all your numbers and you're forcing yourself to eat and you lost weight. Now, that must have been just devastating.
It actually was, because it was for one, if you're playing at home, it was 5,000 calories a day I was eating for 6-7 days, and this was tracked religiously using Carbon. My weight was trending downwards about 2 days in. And then when I weighed in on the Tuesday, I was 2.5 kilos down from 99.3 average to around 97.4, give or take.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, increase your calories. So it's 5,700. And I done that 2 days in a row now. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, last night, the last thing I had was a Maxi Bond waffle and 2 frozen, those Bulla frozen yogurt things.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was after my dinner, and 2 bagels, and then a mash shake. And at the end of the day, like, I'm sitting in bed bloated. I'm sweating in winter. Like, my wife here is laying next to me going, how can I can feel the heat coming off of you. And I'm sweating when the door is open. It sucks. I wake up hungry, which is good. And I can't complain about being hungry because the other 2 in there get upset with me. And I was like, there's 2 very, very, like, it's one or the other. In bodybuilding, you're either, the worst part is you're obscenely hungry or you're not hungry at all. So far, I'm at the not hungry at all point where it's just trying to force feed food in, and it is terrible. Yeah, I know it sounds terrible. I'm trying to eat 1,000 grams of carbs in a day.
So what do you say to all these skinny guys who come along and say, oh, yeah, I eat 7,000 calories a day?
You liars.
Yeah.
I've touched on this that many times. You're a liar. I don't believe you. If you're tracking 7,000, it's 7,000 kilojoules, not calories. I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah.
Well,
that's true. Yeah. So you divide that by 4, so they're on about 2.
Yeah. To put it into perspective, 2,000 calories is the average human daily caloric consumption as put for the WHO. I'm at 5,700. Yeah. That's nearly 3 times.
Well, I did once, just a little while ago, I used an app and I just tracked everything that I eat just to get a number on, what am I eating? And I was eating under 2,000.
Yeah. People severely underestimate how much they actually eat when it comes to purely volume of food. Because people might have I had a massive breakfast. Let's say if you go out and you actually do have a big breakfast, one of those cafes, like 2 eggs, 3 sausages, blah, blah, blah. Let's say it's officially like 1,200, 1,300, maybe 1,400 calories. Then they won't eat for the rest of the day.
Well, I'm saying if I have one of those breakfasts, I won't eat until dinner time again.
Exactly. And then you have 700, 800, you're still under.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where you would have to eat that and then go, okay, have another one, and then have another one, then have another one, and then you're at 4,500. Okay, now have another one. That's where I am right now. I am 5 big breakfasts in. So, fun times. But it's worth it. It's all part of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to be in a surplus to gain muscle in some way. So this is definitely me pushing my body to the most it's ever had. And I guess in this sport, that's progress.
Well, your training is you're strong as fuck.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
I got a lot to prove.
Like what?
I just want to be strong.
Oh, okay.
I
well,
know,
speaking on that, you hadn't benched in how long?
I want to say 3.5 years, 4 years maybe. I haven't tracked it.
Yeah.
I have not tracked a flat bench press in God knows how long.
And we just kept putting up, who was it? Tom said, let's see what your bench is.
Yeah. Just want to max out, sure, why not?
We went up in 10 kilo increments?
It was 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 150, 155, and then we topped out at 160.
Yeah.
But I think I had more than at 160.
Yeah, look, well, that's not a bad bench.
No, it's
first of all, and it was a good, solid touch the chest bench. So that shows you that even though, and you do primarily all your chest movements of machines.
I have not used it. Yeah, it's all machine based. It's all machine based.
Don't you even dumbbell work?
No, I don't like dumbbells. I like machines. I like plate loaded machines. I just like the fact that, I don't know, for me, it's cool to go to a pin loaded machine and go, let's add 30 kilos to it. That's cool. Yeah. I don't know. For me, it just feels better. There's a less wear and tear on my joints. I don't deviate from a set path. I think I've trained long enough to be good at the compounds where I don't need to do them religiously as much as I used to anymore. But my strength is still there, if not better than it was. Today I'll be squatting for the first time.
Yeah, but that 160, that was a PB, wasn't
it?
Was that an all-time PB?
That was an all-time PB. Yes.
So the people who say you can't progress strength on machines?
I think that's bullshit.
Well, obviously.
I think, if you do use a machine and use it, I guess I've had the benefit of using the same equipment for the best part of a decade now. Yeah. So I've got this I can always go back to my default of I know exactly what I used to do to what I can do now. Goes exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I guess it's just, if you use machines, you're going to get more proficient at that particular machine. You're going to get stronger in that. If you do free weights, you're going to get stronger in them quicker. But
a lot of people say that strength gotten on machines doesn't equate to strength on free weights, but you just totally disprove that.
I think it does. I think there's a great carryover. Doing belt squat for God knows how, and then doing squat again, and my squat went up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just pick a movement, and then get good at it.
We've been saying that for years.
Yeah, pick a movement.
Pick a bunch of exercises and become really, really good at them.
Yes.
And I think that's the problem with today's culture of training. I know we've been on this all the time, but we can wrap it up just quickly in regards to that. These people who turn around and they keep changing all their exercises all the time. Yeah.
No progress can be made because you're not giving your time, your body time
Pick
to
yourself
make
a bunch of pieces of equipment or free weights or whatever, and you don't need many of them, maybe 4 per body part, and then you just become good at them. And that's another thing they said on that podcast, again, the Real Bodybuilding podcast, was that it doesn't sound exciting, it doesn't sound fancy and Instagrammy, but that's what you need to do.
You've just opened up a can.
No, we're not going to go there. We'll go another time.
Okay. It's number 3.
There's so many things. There was things that, look, one thing I will touch on, and is, again, they were talking this morning, I was listening on my walk, how you don't see videos of people squatting. You don't see people bent over rowing. But you'll see them doing a one-arm cable lat pull down with a caption that I'm targeting my terrace. And the guy looks like he's got no muscle to start off with, let alone a terrace.
It's...
And one of the guys made a really good comment. He said, don't work on the icing on the cake when you got no fucking cake.
Yeah, I was just thinking the exact same thing. Yeah, it's the whole thing that of you're trying to get the finer details.
You're trying to fine tune something that isn't there.
Yes,
and that's the problem. And it's we've seen that so many times. You pull up a video of someone and they've got no cake.
Like why?
But they're working on the icing.
Ari, that's the real. They've got no cake. The red light is flashing.
Yeah. Is it the batteries going?
It is the battery.
Anyway, we'll wrap it up very quickly. Just quickly, we've got the ICN seminar has been locked in for July the 2nd.
Fantastic.
At Energetic Capacity in St. Agnes. So keep an eye out on the ICN socials, and we'll put all the details about that. But July the 2nd, coaches, competitors, you all need to come in. If you're a first-time competitor, this is a must. ICN Get Stage Ready Seminar. Anyway, we better wrap this up. Our battery light is flashing dramatically. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. As per normal, this episode is brought to you by Australian Muscle and Australian Muscle the Gym and Australian Muscle Online.
Yeah, free Australia delivery.
And don't forget, Super Saturday this week. I'm going to go have some lunch. I'm going to have the new Fitchet Port Katsu.
Yes.
Which is definitely the best meal in this whole range. So check it out.
Yep.
Port Katsu available at Australian Muscle, both locations, shop and the gym. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.